meeting, which is the Geelong traditional owners, paying respects to elders past, present and emerging in the areas. I'll move straight into section A of procedural matters, if I may. First one, apologies. Do we have any apologies to be noted, Sharon?
We do. Our Chair, Councillor Ron Nelson, Councillor Peter Murray and Councillor Eddie Contell are all apologies tonight.
Noted. Thank you very much. Two declarations of conflict of interest. Do we have any conflict of interest? Excellent. Confirmation of minutes of the June ordinary meetings. Do I have a mover?
Actually, I wasn't here, so I can't.
Very astute, Brett. Brendan to move. Do I have a seconder? Robin, thank you very much. I'll take that as moved. Do we have any matters arising from the previous meeting, Sharon?
Nil.
Nil, fantastic. Any correspondence for noting?
No, we don't.
Lovely. Any questions for question time?
We've received no questions via email. Thanks.
Excellent. All right, I'll move straight into section B then. Reports. Budget update. Sharon, in your hands.
Sure. I'll provide you with two budgets this month. The first being the final budget for 2020-2021, which shows the seven GME supported events which were able to successfully run during the last period. Obviously, we had significant cancellations as a result of COVID, and we will be seeking carryover of unspent funds through the normal council process. And the second budget is the event commitments for the 2021-2022 year.
Excellent. Any questions from the committee? Robin? Then Julie.
Thank you. I just noted that it's slightly different numbers in the other budgets received in the other papers. Do you want me to ask those questions then, or?
I'll explain it for transparency now. The Supercross event I've listed as a big commitment in the secondary pages because there's a bit more detail to go through before that event's committed.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Julie.
I think mine was just about the requested carryover. This doesn't include the requested carryover, that figure at the bottom.
For the 2021-2022 event?
Yes.
No, it doesn't. No.
That's right. I'm just making sure. So it's actually, so we still would have, if we were able to get that budget, we would have maybe about $500,000 to actually. Correct. Thank you.
Correct. But once we get to the point where we're kind of in the low hundreds, I don't like to show that number because obviously we can't make commitments for money that we don't yet have.
No, absolutely. I'm just making sure that that's right. Yeah. That's what it was. Okay. Thank you.
Excellent. There's no further questions on the budget. I'll move to the next item, which is the GME report to council.
Yes, thank you, Councillor Trent. Yes, we've got the annual report for the committee's endorsement to take through to council, as is a requirement of the instrument of delegation to this committee. The overview of the committee activity for the period was that there were 7 major events delivered. Those major events stimulated economic activity estimated of 9.2 million, which supports the equivalent of an estimated 74 full-time jobs and represents a return on investment of 28 to 1. Clearly, that is a reduced economic benefit from a normal non-COVID year. And the report provides some commentary in relation to the losses or the expenditure, the event generated expenditure that we would have had in the region were it not for those cancellations as a result of the pandemic. Excuse me. So the officers are seeking the committee to note the report and the outcomes so that it can move through to the council process.
Excellent. Questions? I'll throw it to Brendan.
Aaron, just a question under community engagement. It says that we're meeting on the third Monday of every month at 4 p.m. Does that need to be updated to 5:30?
Ooh, thank you, Brendan. I shall update that before I move it through. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Excellent. Robin?
I was just a little bit confused about the recommendation, point 8, with the sponsorship outcomes for the 2019-20 year. Is that just a typo, or are we backtracking? Or
I'm glad I bring it to you guys first. Here it is. Thanks, Robin.
the rest of it looks great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent pickup. Julie?
Well, mine was really more around the times, because I was going to bring that up that Brendan did. That was in for 6 months. Is there a timeline when we're going to go back and reevaluate whether that's appropriate for people, to give people some time to formulate their responses to that request, as to whether we're going to revert back to our original 4 o'clock, which had been there for many years, or whether we're going to continue with the 5:30. I know that's kind of off that, but I was just seeing as we were talking about it there.
Through the chair, Councillor Trent, I would have maybe thought that we could have that discussion at the next strategic meeting, if that was
Okay.
if
Yeah.
everybody was agreeable with that. Councillor Trent, your thoughts?
Yes, no, that was the agreed process. And that'd be the correct decision to table that for the strategic day when we have hopefully a full board present.
Yeah, that's good.
So,
Gives people some time to think.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I'll advise the committee accordingly so we know.
Thank you. Any further questions or queries? Excellent. Everything seems to be in tip-top shape. I will ask then for because this is a recommendation to council, ask for a mover. I'll go to the lead to move, and then Robin to second. And because this is a full recommendation, I'll take a full vote if I may. All those in favour? Excellent. Thank you. Passed. All right then. Let me just go back up. So funding evaluation now. Moving on to Western United football at GMHBA Stadium. Sharon.
Thank you. Western United football matches, as we're aware, were scheduled over the December 2020 and summer of January 2021. They too were impacted by COVID, as was most things across that period. Initially, we had hoped to stage 5 matches at GMHBA Stadium. However, due to COVID outbreaks interrupting the A-League fixture nationally and availability of the venue, we were only able to host 2 matches in Geelong. So the assessment is based on, or the post-event evaluation is based on only 2 matches. We had structured the sponsorship arrangements in such a way that we had agreed on a per match rather than a total series contribution. So the sponsorship was adjusted accordingly to reflect 2 matches being staged. The estimated economic benefit from those 2 matches being staged in the region was just over $800,000, excuse me, and a total of about 8,500 spectators across both matches, that combined for those 2 matches.
Excellent. I'll start off. This is a phenomenal funding ratio return, considering all the years and effort we've put into the Melbourne Victory matches. And to get this result during COVID times is actually quite spectacular. The Victory ones, no matter how much effort we put into that, the days just seemed too hot. People didn't want to come out. We really struggled to get numbers into the stadium on those days. So this is an incredible result. Any questions from the committee? Everyone seems satisfied? Lovely. It's noted then. So recommendation that Geelong Major Events accepts the event organiser's final report and the GME post-event evaluation and notes the officer's comments. Moved by Julie, second by Brett. Thank you very much. All right then. Doing that, we'll move into section C, Further business, state of the next ordinary meeting, Monday, 16th of August, 2021. That's all acceptable by everybody? Fantastic. All right, with that, I'll move the motion that Geelong Major Events close the meeting to the public in accordance with section 66(2)(a) of the Local Government Act 2020 to consider contractual matters. Can I have a seconder? Thank you, Brendan. All in favour? Lovely. Thank you. All right.